Therese Madjou Kuatse. I am a psychologist and I am an entrepreneur. I run an online-based fashion business going by the name of Unleash the Queen Collections, aka UTQ Collections. And today I'm going to be talking about how I prioritize my mental health while running my business. One way that I've taught myself how to prioritize my mental health and keep myself from being burnt out is taking consistent breaks. I've literally set alarms every 2 hours to take a break from whatever it is I'm doing. And when that alarm rings, I drop everything and I walk away. And it's not easy. At first, I just be like, no, I need an extra 5 minutes, and it doesn't help. So for me, what really helps is just taking consistent, intentionally taking a break, standing up from that chair, doing a stretch or two, or just putting some music and just dancing for 3 minutes and then starting over, or walking away from the situation and going for some fresh air, or just going for a water break. Because I run my business mostly by myself, it gets frustrating to do all the roles that are required to run a successful business. Therefore, I have made it a priority to always plan out my week or plan out my day. And of course, things don't always go as planned, but I ensure that I have planned the days that I will be sewing full time, the days that I will be making content full time, and the days that I will be resting full time. And of course, sometimes I do work overtime. That means that whatever work I was doing today will carry on to the next day. I still ensure that at least one day of the week, whether it is Wednesday, whether it is Thursday, whether it is Sunday, one day of the week, I ensure that I rest. And it's not easy intentionally resting, but I always ensure that I rest. If there's something that I've really struggled with in all these years I've been doing business, is imposter syndrome, which is basically feeling like a fraud. And then that leads me to being anxious because I know I am not a fraud. I know what I'm doing, but then it just feels like I can't do it. And then I get overwhelmed by all the things that I want to do, that I need to do to achieve my goals. And then I get so afraid that I start procrastinating. And then in the process of procrastinating, I feel guilty that I'm not achieving my goals because I have goals to achieve and I have dreams to get to. Then I start feeling anxious again because then why am I not achieving my goals? And then back to feeling like a fraud because then it means that I'm a fraud if I can't achieve my goals. It's a vicious cycle. That sucks. So what has really been helping me in this season with my anxiety, and let me not say my anxiety, no, I rebuke that, with the anxiety that is constantly present while running a small business, is that now I celebrate my achievements out loud. What I mean by that is now I share more about the things I'm doing and how my business is going on my social media accounts, so that it forces me to hold myself accountable for whatever it is that I'm doing, which means that I can see that there's progress. I can see that I'm actually starting and I'm finishing, which is something that I feel like when you're running a business alone, you forget to pay attention to the process and you just focus on the end goal and you miss so many other things in between. So definitely celebrating myself more is really helpful. Also, what really helped me with the imposter syndrome is that I'm constantly doing research. I'm constantly putting myself in a position to learn something new. Even if I think I know that I know what I'm doing. Do you know sometimes I have to go and watch a video on how to sew on a zip? And I've been sewing on zips for a long time. I know how to sew on zips, but sometimes it gets, I don't know, sometimes it feels like I don't know how to sew on a zip, or I don't know how to sew on a button. Honestly, it's crazy. So always put yourself in a position to learn whatever you know and whatever you don't know. And get yourself a mentor, someone who understands your goals, your visions, your values, and the things that you want to achieve, so that you have someone professional who's holding you accountable and to tell you some nasty truths that your family won't tell you. Listen, I could write a whole book on tips and tricks on how to manage your mental health as a female entrepreneur. But the biggest tip I could give anyone who asks me, or even myself as I'm sitting here right now, is to take a break. Yes, taking a break. Just stop working for 1 day, 2 hours. Rest, my sister. Stop working and rest. You won't die. On a serious note, though, the same way we buy raw materials to upgrade something into our business or to make our business look more legitimate is the same way when you rest, your mind functions better, you process things a little faster, you make less silly mistakes, and you can serve your client even better. So please prioritize resting while you're running your business. Another tip that I would really love to give to any female entrepreneur out there, even to myself, let's hold our ear together. Hold like this. No means no, and no is a complete sentence. Yes, that is what setting boundaries is. Even in business, you have to set boundaries. Setting boundaries looks like this: setting clear work hours, setting clear break days and break hours, eating properly, not skipping meals because you're not feeling hungry, and drinking water. Not mixing your business finances with your personal finance, not to self, with your personal finances. That is what setting boundaries in your business means. And it's very, very important. Another tip that I wish someone told me when I started really like investing into my business online is trends. Listen, keeping up with trends is not going to make your business blow up. Actually, it does the complete opposite. It just frustrates you and makes you feel not good enough and makes you feel all types of negative things that you don't need, because then it leads you to burnout and procrastination and anxiety. So do your content the way that you feel is right for your business. You don't have to do it exactly the way everybody's doing it. But most importantly, pray about your business. Talk to God about your plans so that He can guide you and lead you in the right path. Otherwise, when you're doing something that is not God-led, that is when things just never work out. Another thing that really helps me stay afloat while running my business is my faith. I truly and strongly believe that I'm on this earth for a reason, and my gift was given to me specifically for me, so that I can achieve a specific goal. And because this burden is my own, it's my responsibility to ensure that I stay on top of my game, and I always search for the best way to chase this dream, right? And my faith really grounds me in the sense that it reminds me that I'm not alone. It reminds me that every day that I wake up, it means that I haven't achieved my purpose yet, and it means that better things are yet to come. And just knowing that there is someone bigger than me who already understands the assignment just makes the burden a little less heavy. Finally, what really helps me stay on top of my game while running my business is celebrating all of my wins. Not just celebrating, but also being grateful and celebrating all my mistakes. Because running a business, honestly, can feel like you're not taking the right steps in the right direction. It can feel like you're never moving from one step to another. So just intentionally sitting down and taking the time to just reflect back on my day or the month or the week, writing down my mistakes, writing down the things that I actually did that felt good, that made me feel like I won at this thing. Just being grateful for them, celebrating them with my family and friends so that I have that core memory that I celebrated something and it made me feel good. Really, really helps me stay on top of my game.